In this lesson, we're going to explore historical texts. Historical texts tell about real events, real people, or real places from long ago. Historical texts can tell how people lived, when and where events took place, where places were and what they looked like, how the past and the present connect, and the purpose of a historical text may be to inform or persuade readers. When the purpose is to inform, most authors present the facts and details without sharing their point of view. When the purpose is to persuade, authors try to encourage readers to think a certain way or to do something. Here are some types of historical texts. Different types of historical texts give different information. Read the chart below. So in this column you have the type of text, and over here in the adjacent column you have the definition. A speech is a spoken opinion or report about a topic. A document could be an official paper such as a law or an agreement. Could even be like a legal document. Non-fiction book, like a history textbook, is a text that gives facts and details about a topic or event. A biography tells specifically about a person's life and the history of that person's life. Main idea and details. Like other non-fiction texts, the main idea of a historical text is what the text is mostly about. Supporting details give important information about the main idea. They help readers understand the main idea by backing it up with evidence. And like in other lessons, you will have something to do right here. You are to read this paragraph, circle the main idea, and then underline the supporting details. I'll read it to you, but you're going to do this in your slideshow. Neil Armstrong's love of flight began with an airplane ride when he was 6. From then on, he wanted to fly higher and faster. He flew model airplanes and learned to fly a real plane before he could even drive a car. As an adult, Armstrong was a Navy pilot, an airplane designer, and an astronaut. He flew his highest and fastest on a trip to the moon. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first person to walk on the moon. Make sure you follow directions in the slideshow as to what to do. Text structure. Text structure is how a text is organized. Most common structures in historical texts are cause and effect or sequence, sometimes both. A cause and effect structure explains why different things happen. It shows how events are connected. A cause is the event that happens first. The effect is what happens as a result of the cause. Authors use signal words to show cause and effect. These include because, for this reason, due to, and as a result. Read these sentences, underline the cause and circle the effect. Draw a box under cause and effect signal words. The Declaration of Independence was signed on July 4th, 1776. As a result, we celebrate Independence Day every year on the 4th of July. A sequence structure tells events in order. Dates and time order words help identify the sequence of events. Time order words include first, then, before, after, and finally. Circle the words that show sequence in this paragraph. On January 24th, 1848, gold was discovered in California. At first, the discovery was a secret. Then, a newspaper printed a story about the gold. Soon, many people were traveling to California to look for gold. By the end of 1849, the number of settlers living in California had grown from 1,000 to 100,000 people. It's incredible. So, what are you to do? You are to circle the words that show sequence in this paragraph and reread it to yourself. Graphic features are a huge part of historical texts. They cover such things as charts, diagrams, they're visual aids. It takes information and makes it visual, so it's not just text. A map is a drawing that shows where places or things are located. Here you see a map of Missouri, and there's important information, and if in the text it talks about the Missouri River and different cities along the river, you can see where those cities would lie along the Missouri River. Here is an example of a timeline also, and timelines show when events happen. The dates and events are shown in order along the line or bar. And here's an example one for the Oregon Trail. The Oregon Trail is something we're going to be reading about in just a little bit. First wagon train leaves from Independence, Missouri, carrying 47 people, and that happened in 1841. 2 years later, nearly 1,000 people leave from Elm Grove, Missouri. 2 years after that, nearly 5,000 travelers leave from Independence and Westport, Missouri in 1845. And you can see within just a couple years, each time it goes up like a lot. And then in 1847, 2 additional years, Mormon settlers leave Illinois and settle in Utah. Another graphic aid is the photograph. It's a picture that shows an event as it really happened. This photograph shows President Theodore Roosevelt making a speech many years ago. An illustration is a drawing that shows what something looks like. A caption gives more information about the illustration. Here you see a picture of a covered wagon pulled by oxen.